Hello, this is Tony Hiller from RealClimateScience.com. Frederick Douglass said, "To suppress free speech is a double wrong. It violates the rights of the hearer as well as those of the speaker." And shutting down free speech is exactly what climate alarmists and the left generally are all about. Here's Greta Thunberg bragging about people at Edinburgh University not being allowed to watch a film. Censorship is a huge part of the war on information. And another big part is authorities and the press spreading misinformation. Like the United Nations Secretary General saying that drought in the Sahel is caused by global warming. In 1974, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration explained how drought in the Sahel was actually caused by global cooling. Scientists from the National Academy of Sciences wanted to evacuate 6 million people from the Sahel to save them from this global cooling trend. 10 years ago, climate alarmists said, "We don't get cold winters like we used to because of global warming." And now they say global warming causes cold winters. Go Green says that Texas used to get a big freeze about once per century, but now they're getting them more frequently because of global warming. But if we look at all the nights below 10 degrees Fahrenheit recorded in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we can see that big freezes actually happen quite frequently. The worst one occurred on December 23, 1989, when Weatherford, Texas got down to minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit. I moved to Houston a few days later to start graduate school at Rice University. All of the palm trees in downtown Houston appeared to be dead after that freeze. Here's a tweet from climate activist Mike Huttema. Denmark is producing so much wind energy it may soon be powering the UK as well. But the International Energy Agency shows that only about 10% of Denmark's electricity last year was generated by wind, and that it's actually making very little progress. Mike Huttema got his information from the World Economic Forum. And the World Economic Forum is simply making numbers up in order to push their political agenda. The world's #1 spreader of climate misinformation, Michael Mann from the University of Pennsylvania, is very upset about his scam being called out due to free speech on Twitter under Elon Musk. Michael Mann has everyone who disagrees with him blocked on Twitter because his ideas don't withstand any scrutiny. The New York Times is also very angry at Elon Musk. They're angry because Elon Musk is exposing critical information which the New York Times has been covering up for many years. Writers at the New York Times are unable to discuss many taboo topics. So instead, they're providing marketing services for some of Musk's business competitors. But the reality is that electric vehicle sales are declining because of skyrocketing electricity prices, which is what the left wanted all along.
Under my plan of a cap and trade system, electricity rates would necessarily skyrocket.
In Norway, it can be twice as expensive to charge an electric car as to fill it up with gas or diesel. Rivian is a primary competitor in the electric vehicle industry, and their stock hit an all-time low on December 23rd. Switzerland is considering electric car bans during electricity shortages caused by green energy policies. All of the electric vehicle manufacturers are warning about looming battery shortages. The world's 4th largest car maker expects a shortage of electric vehicle batteries by 2024. And if we take an honest look at how electric vehicles are charged, it's largely from burning coal. Censorship is a huge part of maintaining the global warming scam. NASA is telling people to ignore the cold weather outside because they made a temperature graph showing Earth warming up. But NASA, which is partly funded by my tax dollars, won't allow me to respond to their tweet. If they would allow me to respond, I would show that their temperature graphs are fake and have been altered over the last 20 years to turn a cooling trend into a warming trend. Lauren Gifford is a climate activist in Louisville, Colorado. She says, "Freedom is an endless meeting." I tweeted this a couple days ago. When Lauren isn't complaining about global warming burning up Colorado, she's out skiing in minus 15 degree Fahrenheit weather. She shut our endless meeting short and blocked me immediately. A couple days ago, Weather Channel India tweeted this about a Hollywood has-been changing his Twitter handle. Rainn Wilson took to Twitter to inform his fans that he's changing his name on all his social media handles to Rainfall Heatwave Rising Sea Levels Wilson. But for some reason, the Weather Channel didn't inform him that sea levels have been rising for 20,000 years, most of that time much faster than now. That's because the Weather Channel is pushing climate propaganda rather than informing the public about science. As I showed at the beginning, Greta Thunberg is branching out into new areas of junk science and censorship. And in the United Kingdom, women who don't want biological men on their hospital floor are being kicked off the floor. The National Health Service says it's racist for sick women to try to protect themselves from sexual assault. The ideas of the left are completely insane, and the only way they can survive and flourish is in a vacuum of intellect. Toto's been pulling back the curtain on this information war for the past 15 years. You can visit him, Kyrie Caesar, Toki Upala, Sakura, Zen, Lightning, and Ruby on the web at realclimatescience.com.